We're back, it's the next day. We drilled out a field this morning. Probably shouldn't have. It was the worst one so far, so I don't know if it grows, fantastic. If it doesn't, you know, it was just goable. So anyway, we're in the bottom of the big field here at Collins, and we're just patching in this area that laid water for so long. We had to leave it first time around about 10 days ago now. It is just going, but it's not, you know, it's not going to be pretty by any means, but it will be covered in, and we'll just see if it grows. But we've got 2 little fields left at mix to do. We're going back to those, and then that's it. But I think that is it. We're going to be done. You know, I imagine some of it will be perfect, like Alistair's. That'll be good. You know, some of it's been really touch and go with the drill, but apparently the guys tell me it'll be fine, so I hope so, because the farmer was telling me they had 1 year, not going back too many years ago, where they drilled 900 acres autumn drilling, and out of all of it only 40 survived due to slugs. I hope we I'll be mighty upset if we got to go, well, if we got to come back to it, we've got to come back to it. If it all floods out again, we'll be back in the spring planting spring crop, so that's how it'll go. Anyway, it's not looking too bad. I prefer it when my tyres are clean. I shall have to run around the headland before I go back on the road, but by the end of today we should be done, and that'll be a good thing. I'm hoping I got enough seed in here to fill in this patch. I'm just going round and round. There's the area. It was all stood water for about 3 or 4 weeks on this area, so yeah, it doesn't take a lot of rain to put it all back up again. There's a little brook that runs just behind this edge here, and once that gets to a certain level, it just overfills in. Well, the drains just fill up, you know, and it just can't get off the field. Simple as that. But anyway, we're going to try and get this finished today. Well, that last field, I was going to, you know, I wanted to bring you along on that one, but I was, yeah, I was working hard to keep the drill going, if you know what I mean. I haven't had to get out and unblock anything. I haven't, it's just been very tender, and a couple of times you find yourself on this little wheel down here, and as you rotate that back, it just feathers the drill up a little bit and just stops you bogging down, you know. Anyway, just drill this round and round. It's not ideal, it's still a bit sticky, but we will patch it in. Right, anyway, we'll come back when we've finished at mix, and we see what happens in the spring. Graham and Martin, they are holding off to the spring, so we've got that farm to do in the spring. Alistair's is all done. Most of it round here will be done. What have we got? Oh, we've got Peter's farm. That'll be spring crop. Only half of that is going to be crop due to overwinter stubbles over there, and then we'll see if there's anything else. But we've done all right, you know. Like yesterday wasn't a big day, you know, just trying to let this dry as much as we can. There is better weather coming. You know, they're saying it's going to be dry into next week, but we want to give the seeds a chance to germinate. You know, they want to germinate in the dry, they don't want to germinate in the wet, because then they don't grow at all. So farmer tells me, as long as this stays dry and doesn't flood, you know, and the slugs don't get it, it should germinate and get away. The old man just topped me up. I says to him, yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be enough. 2 passes, and I mean 50 yards, less than. Luckily farmer is close by to go and get it, but oh, it's annoying. Watched it go down the metering system. I've got too much in there now, I've got to empty it out. Anyway, we're done. What grows will grow, what won't will get redone in the spring. We'll see how it comes, but we are done, thank God. Take the drill home now. Not been ideal, that's been the trickiest I've ever planted or drilled into, and yeah, but the guys reckon it'll be all right, but it just seems wrong somehow planting into that sort of ground. But it doesn't dry. It just, you know, it's been 2 weeks of dry now, and it ain't dried any different to how it has been. So anyway, Keithy's up here. This is Mick's farm. Keithy's here with the edge trimmer. Oh, must be taking a wheelie. But yeah, doing a nice job on the edges. Making use of the dry weather at the minute. We had a calf die this morning. That was a bit of a strange one. Died of pneumonia. The guy who picked him up said there's been a lot of pneumonia about. It's just you know, warm shed and people are weaning calves. So farmer had been treating him, and usually they don't die of pneumonia. Usually you can get them back, but he must have been very poorly to die from it. So yeah, a bit of a shame, that one. It's the 6th of November. We're back in with the cows. We finished up everything we had in front of us drilling wise. There's a couple of fields there that we would have liked to have got done. Go on, go on. But they're just too wet. We drilled 1 or 2 that were just, you know, they were borderline too wet. So we'll see what they do. Surprising how that drill works in conditions like that. It surprises me every time I use it. You think, no way. If you had a trail drill, you know, you'd be pulling, well, you'd be stuck, you'd be pulling yourself out with a digger. That's why we like that drill so much. It works really nice. Come on, girls. But yeah, really pleased we got that done. Anyway, these guys need to be fed every morning. Go on. They don't like this one day. You know, it's been about yeah, coming up 3 weeks since we weaned the calves. We've got some cattle work to do. These guys need a mineral bolus, as well as a dose of spot on to stop them itching. Come on, girl. We were feeding them round mineral buckets, but they were just eating them so fast like sweets. It was costing a fortune. So we found that giving them a bolus, 1, they all get what they need, and 2, it's a little bit less expensive. Come on, girls, go on. Not to say they don't like the buckets, they do, they love them, but they just don't last. So, and then the ones around the back, we had a dead calf yesterday morning. Farmer suspects pneumonia. He was treating him. Usually don't, you know, once we start treating them for pneumonia, they don't usually, come on, girl. They have to do this. I have to stand right next to the gate. Go ahead. They don't usually die like that, so we must have been pretty poorly. Usually you treat them, they will come back from that. So that was a little bit of a shock yesterday morning. Davo's going to be in at the weekend. He's going to be harrowing, just because the grass fields are now at an opportunity where we can harrow where the cow muck was. Obviously where the cows have been stood all summer, they pooed on the floor, made a mess. So we go around with the chain harrows and we just mix all that poo into the grass, and that makes for a better grass next year. Doesn't leave the field in a mess then. And so Dave will be coming in at the weekend to do that. Yeah, Keithy's been cracking on with the hedge trimming. The yard is actually dry for once. This is a rare sight. Farmer was here early this morning, loading the hay truck. Here he is. He was here yesterday morning as well. It's good actually. Stuff seems to be on the move at the moment, so that's good. That clears out the sheds. We yeah, the sooner it's out the sheds, the sooner we've got space for next year. Our concrete slabbing has been put on hold since yeah. Farmer was just saying there he wants to start finishing off this concrete slab. We want to be ended up with this whole area here concreted, ready to go. The drains are in ready, All we've got to do is dig out, shut her up and pour the concrete, and then yeah, obviously it makes hard work for working around the cattle and stuff, but we will figure that out. We just have to keep working one side and then the other. That won't be a problem. But yeah, so I was hoping to have a little bit of time off, but looks like I ain't gonna get it now. Never mind. Anyway, we need to worm the cattle around the back, and then these guys need a bolus, and everything needs to be spot on, so there's some cattle work to be done. Farmer's got another lorry coming in for hay later, so he needs to go and sort out the shed and get that prepped, so the driver doesn't have to wait while you do it when he's here. But me and Keithy will sort the cattle out. Cow hay for the cows at the moment. Right, you gonna let me in? Go on it. Got it. Good. Go on you. Steady. 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 Hungry today. Go on, girls. We did not design this gate very well. Go on, girl. Watch me. Right. Steady, Ed. Steady. Steady. That way. You need to walk on top of me, dear. Just having a look, making sure we've got no bad eyes. One of those is not in calf. Most likely this one. 397. Or 396. With the weather being a little bit stagnant, warm, not really drying, you know, wet in the air. Keithy noticed another calf with pneumonia this morning, so we've got to treat the calf anyway. So we were going to wait until tomorrow to bolus everything, but we've got to get that calf in anyway, so we're just going to run everything through. They need to be worms, so we're going to give them pour-on solution for worms, and we'll treat that calf as well, and that'll finish up today's video. But tomorrow we're going to run all the cows through, give them a mineral bolus, and Daisy will be here, and you'll get to see that on the next video. So these are our young calves. They were weaned about 3 weeks ago, and this is the worst weather. It's warm, it's stagnant, there's no airflow, and it's just basically too hot for cows to be in sheds. But it's also too wet on grass to put cows out. Farmer's just loading the man from Wales. He's getting a load of 4 stringers. He's over there with his lorry. Anyway, we're going to worm these guys today, and that'll be done with them. I don't know where our young man is. He will be noticeable. He'll be stood on his own. He'll be looking a bit miserable, a bit sad for himself. But we'll get him treated, and that should put him right. He's not one we've noticed before, so we should catch him. Well, hopefully caught it in good time. No, he ain't very good, this one, is he? Little shit. Go on, boy.
If they ain't going through, Matt,
No, we'll,
throw 'em out.
yeah, we'll have to chuck them out. Right. Go on then, boy.
Let me just pull this end.
Yeah, just pull it round.
Pull it round, mate. Just so I can walk round the car.
Yeah.
That's all I need, really.
Once we get going, we'll be
Yeah,
alright.
no. Once we're going, we're cool.
Bit of penicillin, farmer?
Right, mate. See if we can make you feel a little bit better. If we don't do this, we're going to lose a few boy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worms. I think it is just fucking weather.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do that a little bit quicker.
Oh, that's it.
I think this will act a bit quicker.
Yeah. How many does he get on then, farmer, like that?
You get 64 on that.
Bloody hell. That's a good load, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's
Very good. 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 Go on, boys. Go on, boys. Hey. Go on. Ah, ah. Go on. 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 Ah, ah. These two are tiny.
There's a lot of little
Oh yeah. Ow, 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 bash my knee, man. Go on. We have just decided we've got to free up some room around the back for these calves because well, the one calf in there we thought was bad was actually 4 bad calves. We're a little bit just concerned that the weather is set to continue the way it is. The weather's not going to change and the situation's just going to get worse, so we're going to try and free up 3 bays in another shed and give them a bit more room and thin them down so they're not as thick. Now what's happening is it's damp in the air. We've just weaned the calves, so they've been all hot and bothered from that, and they're just damp and cold at night time, and it's causing pneumonia. And the only way to alleviate that is to thin them down, get some air around. There's no breeze, it's just the weather, unfortunately, but we're just going to try and help them out a little bit. Otherwise we're worried we're going to see some more dead calves. So I'll tell you, there's always something going on, but we've got a few bays that are open now. We're going to move some stuff about, see if we can get them. We're going to move the cow hay outside and move those bales out of that shed, but by the end of the day we should have this shed's pretty much empty, so we're just going to move these for Linda to use later in the week. And then yes, we're going to have a sort out, free up 3 bays and try and get them a bit thinner and a bit more happier. And we're not at like panic stations, but if there is something we can do, we should be doing it. So it's changed our day a little bit, but we're not drilling now, so we've got a bit of time today, so we might as well try and alleviate this problem. There's always a problem of some sort, whether it be cattle, whether it be just there's always something. It's always the same. There's always something to worry about, something to do, something to fix. So me and Farm are going to crack on with this. Anyway, four calves in there we had to treat for suspected pneumonia, and it will be pneumonia. It's not, you know, it's just the way you can feel it in there. It's damp, it's cold and damp in there, and that just that is the telltale signs for telltale causes of pneumonia. the way it is. But Linda's done well to clear out. She's done another bay as well. She's been busy, her and Hayes. So yes, bit of sorting out. I'll come back at the end because it's going to be a long video, and hopefully by the end of this video there'll be 3 bays there started, ready for splitting them calves up a little bit. The end of the day again. Oh man, the night's come round fast. Right, we had our calves in this morning. We knew one was in there bad, but actually turns out to be 4 or 5 of them actually been quite bad with pneumonia. So yeah, we had to do something. So yes, this is obviously full of bales. We've got some other, you know, where we've been taking hay out and stuff like that. We had a big shuffle around, so they've all been put away to the side. And yeah, 3 bays here for these lot. They won't stay in here forever, but while it's warm, damp in the day, it gets cold at night, and it's just sitting in their jackets, and that's what gives them pneumonia. So yeah, there's a couple in there feeling pretty rough. I don't know if I can show you any. We've been messing that one there in particular. He is not very well. You won't be able to see him very well. He's in the back shed there. There's 2 or 3 in this shed. We wanted to keep the worst ones in here, just because it's lighter under there underneath, and they just lay a bit drier, and we just need a bit of wind to come through or something like that. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a task. There's a couple in there very poorly, and we've got to try and stay on top of it, but we'll see how they go. And you can't do it all, you know, we're out with a drill, so you can't be here as well. You just cannot do it all. So yeah, oh, just one problem after another. Never mind, we'll keep a close eye on them. We will keep treating them as they need it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it just needs a little bit of breeze to come through the shed during the day. That would improve things. We still got to go through the cows yet, run the cows through, give them a mineral bolus. So there's still some work to do there. They need spot on again as well. We keep making progress, and then other things pop up, and you got to tend to that. So that's always the way. There's always something to go at, something to fix, something's ill, something's gone wrong. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.